Morning, everybody. Well, it's probably closer to noon now, but it's morning for me. It's kind of a gloomy day out today. It's really overcast out there, and the wind's blowing a little bit, but it's nice and warm. And I'm sitting here in my little greenhouse because why not? It's a lovely little cubby right here. I enjoy sitting out here among all my plants. See, there are just all my lovely plants, and just kind of enjoying my garden and nature and listening to the birds, and sometimes I listen to the cows because they're around too. I love living in the country. I love watching the baby calves as they go past. I love watching my birds. I get a huge kick out of seeing raccoons and opossums and you know, the deer and the coyotes and stuff around here. It's my pace instead of being in town. I mean, like, I've lived in towns before, but I'm not comfortable in them. I like being out here in the wide open. And so I was out here yesterday quite a bit in my greenhouse, and I was sowing a few seeds, some herbs, and kind of some replacement stuff. And when I was planting, I was kind of giggling at myself because I reminded myself of, I don't know if you've watched them, but Jess over in Roots and Refuge Farm. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. And she has something she calls reckless sowing. And that's what I was giggling about. I was thinking, yes, Jess, I am definitely reckless sowing just like you. So, because I am not past my frost date. And although I have this little greenhouse, there's no heat in here. I mean, all I can do is close it up and hope for the best. And there is no way I can take everything back into my little bitty RV and hope it survives. So, yeah. But I've said before, gardening is an experiment, and it's an adventure, and it's a gamble. And this time of year, I found myself to be quite the gambler, because I look at the forecast, and for the 10 days, I see no more freezing. That could change. This is Oklahoma, and last year it froze around the 20th or 21st of April. And it was a pretty hard freeze. I had several things get nipped out of the deal. But here I am again, growing things again. I've planted corn, which I know better. I shouldn't have even planted it until, you know, May. Because I'm just spinning a roulette wheel and hoping that, you know, it doesn't land on something I don't want. But yesterday I planted some more rosemary because I have the seeds, and why would I want to go to town and spend anywhere from $3 to $10 for a new rosemary plant when I've got seeds that I can grow so many of them. I planted some more lemon balm because only one of the lemon balms that I grew from seed survived. So I thought, let's plant some more. What else did I plant? I planted some more basil because two of my really nice basil plants got nipped by the frost, even though they were here in the greenhouse. So I planted some more because I like to plant the basil around my tomatoes. And I planted some more thyme because I only have a couple little plants, and I use a lot of herbs in my house in my cooking. I don't, I'm not supposed to. I do still use it, but I'm not supposed to use a lot of salt. I mean, I'm almost 60 years old, so, you know, the doctor kind of tells me, Mary, there's things that you can't do anymore that you did when you were younger. So I try to decrease my salt and use more herbs and in my cooking. Oh, and to me, they're just very delicious. So, I thought I might walk you around my garden a little bit, and it changes every day. everything in my garden just changes so quickly. The peas, some of the times I look out here and the peas have grown, it looks like 10 inches overnight. The lettuces are going really nice now. I'm going to have to thin out the bronze mignonette pretty soon. I don't know. I love getting out here and looking at things. I even picked some radishes this morning for breakfast. Well, they're French breakfast radishes. I can have them for breakfast if I want to. So, something else I planted yesterday was some more flower seeds. Down here, I put some Cracker Jack marigolds and then some Sparky marigolds, which are both of these are mixes. And then I've got some bachelor buttons. They're a really hot pink. I believe the package says red, but to me they're more pink. And then I planted some blue bachelor buttons. And then outside here, because it's just sitting out here, I took this pot and planted some sunflowers, chocolate cherry, which are supposed to be really beautiful. I've never grown them before. I grow sunflowers all the time, but I've not grown chocolate cherry. So we'll see how pretty they are. Let me see here. What should I show you? I noticed that the peas, these are the Tom Thumb peas, and they're getting little tendrils on them. Aren't those cute? Of course, they have nothing really to climb on, but that's okay. They're supposed to be good for containers, so this is an experiment to see how well they do. And over here, these are the tendril peas. Look at this. They are just, if you look down in here, they are just wound around each other, clinging to my trellis. No blooms yet that I've seen, but I expect blooms to start anytime now. The Lincolns are sending up tendrils now, and let's see if we can push him over there a little bit. So I expect them to start blooming pretty soon too. I found a few strawberries here and there. There's one right there. A little misshapen, but and there's blooms. There's strawberries down in there. So things are looking good in my garden. I'm even pleased. Look at these turnips. These are the white egg turnips that I've never grown before. But on this part of my garden, they look lovely. I'm not so sure about these ones over here, but the radishes are doing good. Like I said, I think I picked 3 of the French breakfast this morning and sliced them up and ate them for breakfast. My potatoes are doing well. They're growing so quickly. I mean, I showed you these the other day, yesterday, and they were just little guys. They maybe an inch above the soil, but look at this. They're maybe 3 or 4 inches now. It won't be long before I'm out here with putting more soil on them so I can heal them up a little bit. I don't see any corn up yet, which probably is a good thing that it's not quite up yet. But yeah, things are looking good. I've got lettuce that is just almost ready for me to start picking a few leaves here and there. I doubt very seriously I'll let this go until it's made little heads, because it gets hot here too quickly, and I'm sure it's going to bolt on me and go to seed. So I hope you enjoyed this little talk and visit in my garden and just looking at the new things I've done. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're doing in your garden, or your plans for your garden, or your dreams for a garden. And I will talk to you all later.